Hi, my YouTube family. I'm back again, and I'm back to give more information about my particular case as being a organized stalked victim, or organized stalking victim is what I meant to say. And I have up a few videos, not that many, and I was watching some videos the other day with some other stalking victims, and it's just like a complete and utter disgrace, and it's a shame that people in the mainstream are not taking us seriously and just crossing us off as we are people with problems, and that's just not true. There may be some people who are targeted or who believe that they are targeted that just may have some problems. I mean, that could be it. But it's not every single person who comes forward and says that they are a targeted individual that has some sort of mental problem of some sort. And this is what they try to make it appear as. But I was looking at a few few videos on YouTube, and I was watching some people on there, and I saw a gentleman on there, and he, like myself, probably has a strong belief system, and I think some of that comes across to people who do the stalking as something that they should fear. I would guess. This is what I'm guessing. And that's not to say that every single person who is gang stalked or who is a TI, targeted individual, has a strong belief system in God. But there are a number of us who are stalked and persecuted who have a strong belief system. So when I was watching this video of this gentleman, he must have had just got up in the morning, and I guess he started taping himself, because he said as soon as he gets up, it's like they know when he get up out of his bed, and they know, and they can know all of this if they have your house staked out with all sorts of audio and visual equipment, which if they really want to stalk you badly and they feel as though you are a threat to them in whatever way, in their sick minds, how they feel, then they will definitely put all sorts of video equipment, hidden, covert video equipment, into your home, into your surroundings, and into your entire house. Because like I said in previous videos, I believe this is what they have done to me. They have all sorts of listening devices and visual stuff in here that is covert and hidden, that you can't find. You'd have to probably bring a professional person in here who does that as a living, that goes to places and looks for bugs and hidden cameras and different things like that. And you figure the average person who is a TI, we're in such a sorry condition that none of us can really afford that. Like, some TIs might have money and maybe they can afford that, but for the most part, I think most TIs are just normal, ordinary working people, and most of them have been work mobbed out of jobs, so they don't have jobs, myself included. They don't have jobs. We don't have jobs, and we're work mobbed out of various jobs and different things, so we don't have that kind of money to be able to to pay someone to come into our homes and do a bug sweep, and it's a blessing for the ones who can afford that, who can afford to pay and go and see like a private physician or something and get scanned, get body scanned and different things to find the microchips that are implanted. But now they're saying that the microchips that they have now are so minute and are so small that it's almost impossible sometimes even for scans to pick them up because they're so little, you know, because these people are so ingenious and they spend so much of their waking hours, you know, on things of this nature, you know, on perfecting this kind of technology to do what they want to people who they feel are a threat, because that's the way I understand it. I was reading a lot of stuff on the internet just yesterday. I was reading some more stuff because I go to a website on the internet, and then they have links to other websites that have, like, you know, information on targeted individuals. So I was just reading some of the stuff on there, and it's, you know, it's just like, I mean, it's mind-boggling, the things and the great lengths that people will go to do this to a human being. And, you know, with some people, okay, if you are, say, for instance, a political person, maybe you have some sort of political standing or something to that effect, then even then it would be uncalled for. But you could sort of maybe slightly fathom why they would go after people like that, because it's funny, but it's not funny. I was reading this one person's, and it's a blog, and he has like a whole lot of information on this blog, you know, like a whole lot of different things that he knows about, you know, different things that were done, you know, like with the MK Ultra and stuff, like all these things that these governmental agencies did that they had no business doing. So he has all of this stuff put up in this one centralized place on his blog, and it's just like, I mean, you know, when you go down the page, it's like a very long page, and it has like all this stuff on there. So I was just sort of, you know, going through, because it would take you hours to sit there and try to read all of that stuff. And then he was saying, you know, this guy, he's married, and he was saying that you know, like when he told his family, and like when he tries to explain it to other people, what these people do to targeted individuals, like most of them are dumbfounded and are thinking to themselves, well, why would they do this to you? It's like he put in quote unquote the to a nobody. That's what he did. He put, like, you know, the you know, because a lot of people that they do this to, if people were to, you know, look at you as a human being, they would say, well, why would they want to do that to you? Because I had somebody say that to me, you know, that same exact thing. Well, you know, like, you know, why do you think they would want to do that to you, of all people, when they have so many people that they could pick? Why would they pick you? Well, okay, why does the sun shine? Okay, why does it rain when it rains? Why does anything happen that happens in life? Why do people think how they think? Why do people do anything that they do? If a person runs down the street, why are they running down the street? It could be any reason. They could be running because they think they're going to miss their bus. They could be running down the street because they just committed a crime and they're trying to run away. Okay, it's as many scenarios as there are people doing whatever it is that they do. So I had to laugh. I mean, I thought it was like so funny, because he was like, he put in quote unquote nobody, you know, in other words, to say, like, why would anybody want to go to such great lengths over a person who would be considered like a nobody? But you don't know if you're a nobody to somebody, because maybe to somebody you are a somebody and a everybody to that person or people who want to target you. You don't understand that, because it's not everybody in the world that you know. You may think that you know everybody who you know, but plenty of people know you who you don't know. So, you know, I said I would think about it for a day or so, and then so I could put it in words like what I saw on there, and you know, just to give some additional information about my own self and my own case and the things that these people are doing to me, because just about everything that this person said on his blog is basically what everything that they're doing to me. It's like, just like you cannot understand the extent that they target some people. Now, I don't know every person who is a targeted individual, so I can't speak for every targeted individual. I can only speak for myself and my own particular case and what has been done and what is being done to me. And a lot of the things that, you know, that he put on there, you know, it's like I was thinking, well, it's the same thing with me, you know. Like, he was saying things, you know, like all these different things, like what they would do and, you know, how they would set up people. Like he would go into a grocery store and it would be hardly no one in there, and within minutes it would be like, you know, dozens of people. And it's the same thing with me. Like I will go somewhere, like into a store or something to go and shop, and it's nobody in there, or go down a certain aisle and there's nobody down the aisle, and all of a sudden there is a flood of people. And then he was like what they do is they do the thing that they call mobbing, where they put a whole bunch of people around you just to like overwhelm you and to make you so angry, and you're supposed to be so mad and, you know, so angry about this, and, you know, like they're doing this to me and I can't stop them, and so on and so forth. But that is, you know, what the end result of what they want. And then he went on to, you know, like say that one time he was in the grocery store, and then it was nobody down the aisle, so he went down the aisle to look for what he was looking for, and then he said the next thing he knows, up walks a couple, and they're like standing right next to him, looking like right where he's looking. And that has happened to me on many occasions. You know, like I'm just in an aisle looking at something and minding my own business, then the next thing I know, it's like somebody hovering over me like they was a buzzard or something, you know, and they're just like standing over you, and you know good and well that they're not really looking for anything, because that is like invading a person's personal space. I would never do that to anybody. Even if I go down an aisle and I'm looking for something and somebody is standing right in the spot where I want to look for something, I sort of will look at other things, and then when they move off from that spot, then I will move and take their place where they were standing, because that's just, you know, respecting another human being's personal space. And that's what they don't want you to have when you are a targeted individual. They want to totally, when they get into the mobbing thing, where they send out like dozens of people, like if you take the bus and stuff like that. And this man, he drives, because he said they even mob him in cars, and he even has like this video where he shows like all these cars like just going around in circles, and you know, the same cars, like 6, 7, 8 cars just coming back, just, you know, just riding back and forth. So he must have maybe parked his car somewhere and maybe went into a building, and then maybe was shooting the video from inside, so maybe they didn't know where he was, you know. And you just see this whole parade of cars, you know, like as though like you know, like some superstar was there, you know, like Brad Pitt or somebody was there. And you just see these cars, and these cars are just going just back and forth, just driving around in circles. Like they would go down and then they would turn around and then come back, and it was like the same car over and over again. And I've had that happen to me. You know, like I'll be going somewhere where I'm going, and then they will just, you know, because they already know that you're getting ready to leave the house, and chances are they already know where you're going, you know. And if you, because it's only a few places that I really go. I don't have this very large life, you know. I'm not like some superstar where I'm going, you know, dozens of places, and, you know, nobody knows where I'm going, and I'm just getting up and just moving and just going places. No, I have a certain, you know, couple of places where I go. Like I don't have this, you know, very large life. I have a rather small life where I go this place or that place, or I'm going here or I'm going there, and they know that because they've studied me for like years to you know, to get the essence of who I am as a human being, so that they could, you know, perfect and do this stalking thing. So, you know, they know everywhere I'm going. And then plenty of times I will leave out my house, and the same time that I'm coming out, and here comes other people just walking out just at the same exact doggone time. And I'm not saying that that's an impossibility, because the place where I live, it's like a lot of apartments. So I mean, any number of people could be coming out at exactly the same time. But when it happens over and over and over and over again, and the people don't look like they're going anywhere, and they just have a different, to me, they just have a different look than just normal people, because normal people do things differently than somebody who was trying to do something and they're doing it because they have been paid to do so. It's quite a different thing. It's just like if I were to say to you now, anybody who is watching this video, okay, text me and I'll send you $1,000 if you will do XYZ and do whatever, and I'll give you this amount of money or that amount of money. I'll give you a pack of cigarettes, because that's what I say they do. They give them $20 in a pack of cigarettes, because these people are lowlifes. Most of them are criminals. So $1,000, they ain't gonna never get that amount of money, because they would never ask for that amount of money, because they don't have that highness or whatever, you know. I don't even know the words to put it. They would not even have enough common sense to demand that they give them more money. If they said, okay, we'll give you $10 and some marijuana and a pack of cigarettes, they be like Johnny on the spot. They ready to go. It's like, where do I go and what am I supposed to do? And then they give them a cheap $2 cell phone. That's what they do. But the ones who follow me, they got iPhones, because I'm the one that gave them the iPhones, because I badmouthed them in here all the live long day, and the ones that are targeting me, they take into consideration everything that comes from out of my mouth. So if I say they giving them cheap cell phones, and I'm making this video, and I know they listening to me now while I make this video, and I say they giving them cheap cell phones, then the next time I go out there, everybody all of a sudden got an iPhone. Everybody got an iPhone, because I'm the one that gave it to them. Me talking about them got them that cell phone. So I control the people who are controlling the ones that are after me. I control them and made them give those people a iPhone and get them an iPhone, and they probably got the old one, the old school iPhone, because as poor as I am, I have a 4S, and I got it when it just came out. I got mine when it just came out, as poor as I am. Okay, there you go. And then they be trying to show off with their little iPhones, like they want me to look and like, look, we got iPhones. Who cares? Who cares what you got? I don't care if you had an iPhone Z, and they haven't even planned that far in advance. I don't care if you had that. You still ain't nothing, because if you gang stalking, what are you? You are nothing, and you are nobody. This goes out to my gang stalkers and gang stalkers in general. You still ain't nothing. I don't care if you got on Silk and Wools, gabardines. I don't care if you got Chuck Taylors on your foot. I don't care if you got on Adidas. I don't care if you got a iPhone or any other Galaxy or whatever they call those iPhones. You still ain't nothing, and you still ain't never going to amount to nothing, because the fact that you doing this proves, and it's proof positive, that you are an imbecile. Okay, yeah, I said it. Now come check me. Come check me. One of y'all get on here and rebut what I just said about you if you are a gang stalker. I said all gang stalkers are imbeciles, and the people that put them together to do it are 100 million times an imbecile. Okay, and haven't amounted to anything. You see, now they got me kind of fired up. I've been fired up for the past couple of days, and I've been making these videos like this. I've been talking and saying the things that I wanted to say to them for a long time, because you know what, like I said in other videos, and I don't know if I even put the videos up yet, because a lot of videos I make, and then you know, I have a whole lot of videos, and some I put up and some I haven't put up yet. So you know, I've said it in other videos that I will always talk at these people, down to them and about them, but I will never ever talk to them, ever. There will never come a day when I will talk to them, because the ones that broadcast in here, they're always trying to like make deals, you know, like they're talking, you know, like they'll be saying, yeah, well, we're a branch of the government and we can make a deal with you and we can give you anything you need and this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, I don't make deals with people that put stuff in my ears and know it's there and are talking in my ear. Okay, I don't make deals with people like that. There ain't enough money. The world ain't holding enough money for me to talk to any of you, and I never will. I will talk about you, and I will always talk about you in my videos. Okay, I will always talk about all of you, because all of you are nothing but perverts. Because I said it in a video before. They sat up in here when I had my grandkids over here, and sat up in here and jeered and mocked me and said, how does it feel to know that we are seeing your grandkids naked? I have 3 young grandchildren. The oldest one is 11 years old. Okay, and the youngest one just turned 6 the other day. And this is what they say. This is what these people have said or have broadcasted to me in my home. Okay, that they were looking at my grandkids. So they are pedophiles and they are perverts. That's what they are. This is what these agencies, quote unquote, as they say, agencies, is made up of perverts, perverted men. That's what it's made out of. And this is what they said to me on more than one occasion. Anytime my grandkids come over here, that's why I don't even want them to come over here. You know, because this is what they say. That we are looking at your grandkids and we're seeing all your grandkids naked. How does it feel that we can do that and you can't do anything about it? You know, they are sick, perverted human beings. That's what they are. But, you know, there's a special place in hell for these people. A very special place in hell that is waiting for them to come down. And it's only a matter of time before they are going to be removed from this world. And then they will have somewhere to cool their heels, or should I say to heat their heels, because where they're going ain't no coldness down there. Okay? That's how it goes. But this is what they do. They do this kind of stuff, you know. Just, you know, commentary from sun up until sundown, and then have the nerve to try to make a deal. You ain't making no deal with me, because I don't make deals with perverts who put things in my ears so that they can talk to me and say what they want to say. Okay? I don't make deals with perverted men. You know, I just don't do that in general. And definitely do not do that to anyone who would place something, some sort of device, as they call it, quote unquote, a device that's in my ear. That's what they broadcast in here. It's a device. That's what they call it, a device. Now, I don't make deals with people like you all. Y'all, yous, whichever way you want to look at it. I don't make deals, but this is what they do. They always broadcast in here all the time. We're a branch of the government, and we can make a deal with you, and we need this, and we need you to help us and do this and do that and stuff. And I'm like thinking, help you to do what? You in here zapping me from sun up till sundown. You looking at my granddaughters when they come over here naked in the tub, and you looking at me, and you looking at anybody to come into this apartment and uses the bathroom. You looking at everybody, and you trying to tell me, or you trying to broadcast to me that you want to make a deal? What kind of deal you want to make? Because there is none to make. You already made a deal with the devil. You have a pact with him, and he just waiting to call y'all all home. That's how that go. That's how the hell that go. But getting back to what I was saying, I get off the subject. I get so passionate about this, you know. But I don't even remember what I was saying. That's a brain fart. I think I might have been talking about the gentleman that was on the internet. And yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, he was saying like all the different things, and with him walking in the grocery stores, and you know, people coming down there, and immediately that's what they do. They mob you. They send these people out to mob you, and you know, just to intimidate you and stuff like that. And you know, with the end result of either the targeted individual either committing suicide or going out and say, maybe, you know, just going wild and just killing anybody and everybody who they feel is involved. This is what they want you to do. to either commit suicide or to just go after people and kill people and just destroy people, and then they can have you incarcerated, or just to go off and just go completely insane, and then they can have you put away in some sort of institution. Because that's what he was saying on there, that I don't know if it happened to him or if he read about other people where, you know, like when he must have tried to call the cops. Or no, this was another man, because I was watching quite a few videos on different targeted individuals, and then this one, it wasn't a video, it was more of an audio thing, you know, and it came I think through some sort of radio station or something to that effect. And this woman was asking this man questions, and this man, he is a former actor that was in a lot of, you know, big time movies. He starred alongside people like Demi Moore and, you know, Brad Pitt and all kind of people like that in all kinds of movies. And he said he was a targeted individual. So this crosses every line. There is no line that being targeted and a targeted individual does not touch, because anybody and everybody can be targeted in this fashion. And it's a fallacy for people to sit back and believe because they're not targeted, or they don't personally know anybody that's targeted, or nobody in their family has ever been targeted, or they themselves are not targeted, that it can't happen to them. Because that's just not true. It can happen to anyone, and they can target you for any number of reasons, you know, for any reason whatsoever. Because the same the other man that has the blog was saying that they, you know, they have these lists, these blacklists, and if your name gets put on this this list by maybe somebody who you rubbed the wrong way, or they thought you rubbed them the wrong way, and they have the proper connections to, you know, people that do this kind of stuff and people who can organize this. Because he even said that they even have people who will do this for you, and you just pay them. You pay them, and they get all the people organized, and they send out all the people after you, and they get people to place all of the, you know, listening devices, you know, covert listening and video devices in your home, where you just pay them X amount of dollars, and they can keep it up for as long as you are willing to pay, or you pay them. So, you know, he was like, he was targeted for, like you'd say, 7 years. Well, I got him beat, because they have targeted me since, I would say, 2001, when I first got into a chat room, as I said in many other videos. And it might have started before then. I think it started before then, but it reached a fever pitch after I got into a chat room and chatted with people in there, you know, that they're coming off as though they were important. They were so important, and they had important friends, and they had powerful friends, quote unquote powerful friends. That's what this one person had said, that they had powerful friends and all this stuff. So who says that? And why would you have a need to say that if you're in a chat room, unless you felt as though you were threatened in some kind of way? Like, even if I knew the most powerful people in the world that had all the money, and they could do anything they wanted to do, and they could target you or whatever, if I was that type of personality that would want to do something like that, even if I knew that, why would I get into a chat room and just say that? Why would you say that to somebody who you were chatting with? Like, you know, that person can't see you, and that person don't know you, so why are you so interested in proving to them that you got so much power and that all of your friends are powerful? Because that's what this person had said. The same one that I think that is, excuse me, I always have to get myself right in this chair. The same one that I think is, he's spearheading it, this targeting of me. I think that was him that got in there and said he had all sorts of powerful friends. So what's that supposed to mean, that you got powerful friends? You can't fight for your own self? That's my question to the ones that are doing this to me. The ones that were boasting in the chat room, because I know it's the same ones. Well, you can't fight your own damn battles? You got to have your powerful friends to back you up? This goes out to Skinny, because that's the main one. He the main one, Skinny. What, you can't fight your own daggone battles yourself? Because, you know, this person was always talking trash all the time, talking about how rich he was, and he's wealthy, and he's this and he's that, and so on and so forth. Because he even broadcasting here that he's a billionaire and he can help me. And I'm like thinking, you a billionaire and you can help me, then why you ain't did something yet? That's my question. Because he's spearheading the whole damn thing, okay? He's spearheading the whole motherfucking thing. Excuse my French, because I don't like to curse, and definitely I don't like to curse in my videos, but I'll just mouth off the word, and you guys, you know, we all adults, you know what I'm trying to say, you know. But that's what this someone said, and be it that person or someone that is pretending to be that person, that's what they said, because it still could be that scenario. It still could be that person may have had an interest. It might have been a very small interest, and maybe they removed him from that interest, you know, by threatening him or doing something to him or somebody in his family. I don't know. Like I'm saying, this is all the scenarios. I said I would say the things that I know and what I experienced and just put it up here, because the ones who are doing this, they watch my videos. They watch all my videos. Because they always being here talking trash. Like, nobody is interested in you. You're too boring. You're too this. You're too that. You're too fat. You're too this. Well, they interested. That's good enough. Y'all interested. Y'all interested, Mr. Beat It every 5 minutes, who be beating it every 5 minutes and be jerking off every 5 minutes. You interested. Now, why is that? What does that say about you? Yes, they always broadcast that kind of stuff. Nobody cares about you. You don't have anybody. Nobody's going to help you. So why are they so crazy now, since I've been contacted by someone that said that they were interested in talking to me about my experiences? Why is it making them so anxious is my question. You know, why are they so damn anxious? They can't answer that question, because all they can do is just keep repeating the same garbage over and over again. They never, it's like a broken damn record. You know, the things that they broadcast in here, they broadcast that stuff, and I know a lot of it is tapes, redundant tapes that they're running over and over and over again, because they're always saying that they're programming me. Well, you programming me to talk about you? You programming me to tell the world about you and to tell the world what I know about you guys? Is that what you're programming me to do? Because if that's what you programming me to do, well, then your programming ain't working, because it's going up against you. That's what it's doing. And that's what it will continue to do. You should hear the broadcasting now. Every time I make my videos, you're crazy, you're crazy. But they listening to me. But they listening. I'm supposed to be crazy, but you guys are listening to me. Why is that? Why are you listening? Why are you listening to a quote unquote, you're crazy? Sound like somehow like out of a damn movie. That's what they sound like. Because, you know, most of them, they want to be superstars, you know. Because I told you, the one that I saw on TV, he wants to be a superstar. He wants to be a well-known personality. That's what he wants. He wants to be well-known. And wants people to, you know, to look at him and look up to him and say, oh, wow, he's got it all together. But he's insecure. He ain't got that together. He's insecure. That's right, I'm talking to you, skinny. You insecure. You insecure about being thin and being skinny. And I'm going to continue saying it in my videos, because I know he watching me. He probably put them videos on rotation, and he watches them over and over and over again. Because another thing I wanted to get on here, let me check my time. Okay, I'm okay. It's still a little long. But another thing I wanted to say about what these organizers who are organizing my gang stalking have done to me is they tamper with my mail. And they've been doing it for some time. So I think anything I send out or anything that comes to me, they tamper with it, because, you know, I purchased some stuff off of eBay. Like I bought a wig from off of eBay. Very nice wig, pretty, nice, long, you know, curls and everything like that. Because the ones who are doing this to me, they don't even want me to look nice. They don't want me to even, you know, put a little makeup on and present myself as, you know, a woman that you know, looks okay for my age. Okay? And it bothers them. And they put something on the wig that when I tried the wig on, because I even have the little wig caps, and I'd never wear a wig on my head without a wig cap, and that's just something I've done ever since I was wearing wigs. So it's not like, because, you know, to hear them say it, oh yeah, she's putting that on because she's paranoid. No, I've always put a wig cap on so that I can keep my hair down and keep the wig from rubbing onto my hair and making bald spots and stuff into my hair. And they put something on that wig. When I put that wig on, even with the wig cap on, my whole entire hand and everything was itching like crazy. My head was itching. I had to pull the wig, pop it off of my head, and I had to like soak the wig for hours and wash it like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and then let it sit there and soak. And then I took the wig off to let it dry, and then I turned it inside out and I put alcohol on it and stuff like that. And still, I hadn't put the wig on since I bought it, you know, just from that first time when I just tried it on to see how it would fit my head and how it looked. And I started to itch like crazy, and my hands was like, felt like they were on fire, and I was itching so bad. So I thought to myself, I think somebody got the package and they opened it, because the wig had a funny smell to it. It smelled like, you know, if a person was smoking, like the person that handled it had, like, I don't know, it smelled like body odor to me. You know, like if you had body odor, if your hands were stink or your hands were dirty, and then you're handling something, and then the odor of your body is onto that thing that you handle, because a wig, it holds all sorts of smells. If you even touch a wig, whatever you have on your hand, even your smell, if you put a little lotion on your hand and you put a wig on, when you take off the wig later on, you can smell the, you know, whatever lotion that you had on your body. So a wig holds all smells. And evidently they didn't know that, because they tampered with the wig and they put something on there to make me itch by putting on the wig. Then I bought I purchased a doll, because if the package is like a sealed package, well, they can't do but so much with it, you know, because I'm not going to be putting it on my head and I ain't going to be handling it that much. And so they do it every so often, you know, just to keep me guessing and wondering, you know. And it's not like it's every time, because then that way, you know, psychologically they want to put me in the frame of mind, well, I don't know if the next one is going to be, you know, if it was tampered with, or if, you know, maybe they'll skip one, or, you know, then do the next 2 or whatever. But this is what they do. I bought this old doll, like a vintage doll, a 60s doll, and they tampered with the doll, because I took the doll out of the box, you know, because it just came into a plain box from the post office, excuse me. And so, you know, the doll wasn't covered up. It wasn't like, you know, the doll was in a box or something where they, you know, if they were to open the box, you know, because most of those things are sealed and they have like little things on there, so you would know immediately if somebody tampered with it. You would know that it was open. But this was just a doll put into a postal service box, and they tampered with the doll and put whatever that substance is to make me itch. They put the same substance on the doll, so I had to take the doll. I was going to wash her anyway, you know, because I don't know who handled it, and, you know, germs or whatever. So I was going to wash the doll, so I ended up having to wash the whole entire doll, to wash the hair of the doll and everything, because this is what these people do. They even tamper with things that I purchased, and they tamper with my mail and tamper with everything. And I mean, that's a federal offense, to tamper with mail. That's what they did. They tampered with at least a minimum of 2 things that had me itching like crazy. And it's the same thing, because when I was working at a place, and I put that in the video. I may have not put that video up yet. And I was a companion to this woman, and they did the same thing there. The woman asked me to handle some plant that she had, and right after I handled the plant, because they must have put that same substance, whatever that was, they put that on there too. And after I handled the plant, my hand felt like it was on fire. And it started to immediately, I started to get like these water bubbles on my hand. It was like all these little things that started popping up on my hand. So something evidently was on, that they put on the plant. And it's the same thing with the wig. My hands felt the same way, and when I looked, I had like some little water bubbles. It's the same thing. And the dial too. When I touched the dial, and it was just doing her hair and stuff, and just looking at her and fixing her clothes and stuff, then the same thing. My hand started itching like crazy. So I had to clean up the wig and clean up the dial. But this is what these people are doing to me. They're even tampering with my mail, and I know that is a federal offense. That in and of itself, if they weren't doing anything else to me, that's a federal offense, to tamper with someone's mail. So I'm putting this out too, that they tamper with my mail, so that if anybody from the Postal Service gets to view my video, maybe they might want to contact me to find out, because I kept the one of the packages, the box, I threw the box away for the doll, but I kept the package that the wig came in, because the box, I live in a small apartment, I can't keep everything, so I threw away the box and that kind of stuff, because I'm thinking to myself, this is a well-oiled machine, and sometimes I could keep a whole lot of stuff and anything that I feel is suspect, but then my whole entire room would be jam-packed with stuff. I wouldn't have any space for anything. So a lot of times I just throw stuff out, because like I'm thinking to myself, this is a well-oiled machine. Who cares about a targeted individual? Who am I to anyone who watches this video? I'm hoping that people will be empathetic when they watch these videos, and if you are targeted, a targeted individual, or are not a targeted individual, that you will have empathy for people who are targeted. And look at us as human beings, because we are human beings. We are somebody's daughter, we're somebody's son, we're somebody's sister, somebody's brother, somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's mother, somebody's father. We're human beings, and we have a right to be able to live our lives without being interfered with in this kind of way. And it's a right, it's a human right, and it's just a right of life. It's a right of life. And these people are trying to take away all of our rights to live and to lead a normal, happy life without being interfered with, and having your mail tampered with, and having your whole life turned upside down, because basically that's what they've done to me. They've turned my life basically upside down. With having these videos and stuff in here, and telling me everything, and telling me everything that they're doing and what they're going to do, and that, oh, look at you, you don't have any privacy. This is what they broadcast in here. You don't have any privacy. Anything you do, we can see. This is what they say to me in my home, where I should be able to be free to have enjoyment, peaceful enjoyment of my surroundings and where I live. This is what these people are doing to me. And then they seem to mistakenly think that they're going to get away with it, but not one of them are going to get away with it. Not even one of them. Because if they don't get you, and the people down here don't get you, and nobody down here don't get you, then I can tell you who will get you. The Almighty will come for you and will get you. But I'm just putting it out there, just making people know and to realize what is going on in this country, and do not turn a blind eye to this, because you could be the next one that somebody decides that they want to target, one of your family members, one of your kids, because they say they're even trying to program children, young kids as young as like 4 years old and 5 years old. They're trying to program them, and get them to to live the way they want them to live, and to do what they want them to do. That's what these scientists and these people who are organizing this kind of stuff, this is what they're doing. This is what I read that they're doing. And I wholeheartedly believe that, because you do have the people in the world who feel as though the world is theirs, and they feel as though they have all the right to control anyone who they see fit to control, whether it's real or imagined in their mind. Because according to them, what they do is they tell people that we are threats. That's what they tell people when they go into these neighborhoods and they want to alert people, and that's the ones where they don't move in all of their own people, because usually what they do is, like, if you going in to an area and you're moving into an apartment, and maybe it's an apartment building, and you know you're about to move in there, what they do is they move all of their people in there. You know, they get the people who run these properties to cooperate under the auspices that there's some governmental agency that, you know, it's a threat to the country, so they have to do this. And like, who wasn't going to go along with that? You know, if you come in there and you show up with all kind of badges and, oh, I'm from this office and I'm so-and-so and I'm inspector so-and-so and I'm agent such and such a person and I'm sent here from this agency, and we need to get into those apartments and you need to move these people out and we need to move people in. Like, who ain't gonna go along with that? Who is not gonna go along with that? If you show up there and you acting like that, who's not going to accommodate you with what you need? Okay, that's what a patriotic American would do. Because chances are, before I was stalked, and this gang stalking happened to me, if anybody had came from any office and showed me proper credentials and said, okay, well, we need you to do this and we need you to watch this person because this person might be a terrorist, I would have done it. Because I would feel as though it was my civic duty to do so and to protect myself and protect my country. I would have done it. I would have done the same thing. So it's like, you can't really blame these people that much, because they are like turning them basically into zombies by lying to them. Because the ones that they should have them watching, like people who blow up stuff and do different things and go out and kill multiple people, why don't they watch them? Why don't they get those people, like when they say this guy came and, you know, he went into the movie theater and shot up the whole place and his whole apartment was booby trapped up with they thought bombs and things was in there. Well, why wasn't he watched? That's my question. Why was that guy not watched? And like the one that shot that congresswoman, why wasn't he watched? Why wasn't he watched? Why wasn't there tails put on him? Could it be possibly that maybe he might be a part of this experiment also, where they set him off and he was a targeted individual and they set him off to do this? Could it possibly be that? Because that's what I read also on a couple of websites. That, you know, that who's to say that some of these people who do this stuff aren't targeted to do so? Because that is what they want to do. They want to turn you into a killing machine to either kill other people or to kill yourself. This is what they set out to do. The people that do this, the people that cooperate and go along with this stuff, be it agencies, you know, governmental or corporations, because it's like all kinds of things where they say it could be this, it could be that. Well, whatever it is. But I'm saying, if a person came up to you and you owned a house or an apartment building and they came and, you know, with their credentials and, you know, with the somber mood and stuff, and like, we have to watch this person, you know, and especially since September 11th, especially since then, like, who was gonna say no? Like, what person do you know was gonna say, oh no, I don't want to participate, and no, you can't come in and wire up no apartments here, and we don't allow that? No, they would all participate, because that would be their civic duty to do so. Okay, as a good practicing American, that would be your duty to do so, to protect your country. And if somebody came in and said to do that, like, who would not do that? So this is how they get around all of this stuff. You know, they get people to cooperate with them by coming in and saying stuff like that against a targeted individual that's not doing anything. Like, why didn't they target some of these people that go around killing other people and stuff? Why don't they target some of them? Or why don't they target some of these terrorists in these other countries? Why don't they target them? And when they come to this country and the red carpet is rolled out for them and they get to go to learn how to fly planes and stuff, because they said one of the ones that flew the plane into to the Twin Towers, he learned how to fly a plane in this country. That's where he learned to do it. That's what I read. Okay, so why wasn't he targeted? Why wasn't he watched? Why wasn't he why didn't they try to drive him crazy? So before he could do that, you know, he could, you know, gather people and get people together and do that kind of stuff. Why was he not targeted? That's my question. Still gotta watch the time, because I'm getting close. But I'm gonna stop this this video here, and I'm gonna continue it on in another part, because I hate when these videos when they run out, because I get so passionate about this and I only want to come on here for a little bit and then I go over. But anyway, I'm gonna stop it now and continue it the second part in another video. So come back for the second part. Okay.